Well, for adults, fighting diabetes can be absolutely daunting. Imagine being a child and having to deal with the effects of this disease. Well, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation International is working to change all of that. They want to find a cure for type 1 diabetes. From JDRF, please welcome Michelle Riley, the Executive Director. Welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thanks for making me be here.
Well, listen, we think about diabetes, and I know there's a lot of complications and a lot of issues with that. But I think for a lot of us, we don't understand the difference because there's type 1 and then there's type 2.
Correct.
What are the differences?
Type 1 diabetes is a autoimmune disease, so that is when the pancreas actually stops working. Type 2, the pancreas continues to work, and it's a metabolic disorder, so it does continue to work, but it doesn't produce and use the insulin effectively.
And I was looking at the numbers and talking to you earlier, 15,000 kids a year are diagnosed with diabetes, 40 per day.
That is correct.
Is the number actually increasing and on the rise?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we think it is due to environmental factors. Certainly, it's a genetic thing we do. Scientists and researchers have not really pinpointed the actual cause yet, but unfortunately, it's an increasing problem, and we are trying very hard to find a cure.
And you cater to kids. I mean, what is it like working with the kids? I mean, what are you finding with them?
Well, we find that the kids are very strong. They, take this very seriously. They have to manage this disease, 24 hours a day. They don't get a break, but they're very strong in doing so, and it's a very serious, complicated, complex problem for them.
And there are some serious side effects, I can imagine.
There are. They have to balance their diet, along with their exercise, their stress levels. It's like I said, 24/7 thing for them.
Tell us a little bit about what the JDRF is doing. I mean, you guys have been around since, what, 1970?
1970.
And have you always been dedicated to just kids that are dealing with type 1 diabetes?
No, actually, we're finding that some adults are being diagnosed with type 1 as in adolescence, college-age children, some even in their 30s. We concentrate on children or juvenile diabetes, but adult type 1s are coming, and we're helping them. JDRF is the leader in diabetes research and education. We help to find a cure, and we're also focusing on lifestyles and living with the diabetes and helping them maintain healthy living. Yeah.
Is there any encouraging information, though? Because I know that you guys are on the cutting edge in terms of the research, but then where are we? You've been around since 1970. Yeah. What promising news do you have for us?
We do. We have some promising news. We have some great research, some of which happens all around the world, but here right in Connecticut at Yale, we have an artificial pancreas project that we're very, very proud of, which is going to, it helps living with diabetes and the care and concern that it takes. We have pump therapies that came out, so instead of injections, the pump actually helps control the glucose levels, which is very important in preventing severe complications that can happen. If blood glucose levels are not in control, complications can develop, and that's something that JDRF is really, really concentrating on.
And you also said earlier that it's about showing people how to live with it and have a prosperous and productive life, because that's also part of it.
Absolutely. Adults and children with type 1 can do anything everybody else can do. They just have to monitor themselves and watch very, very closely. As I mentioned before, stress levels, if you can imagine taking tests in school or driving or doing anything that affects you emotionally or physically, you have to control that. And your blood sugar, we take that for granted. We don't realize that, but your blood sugar really controls how that affects you.
Let's talk about this upcoming event if we can. This is exciting.
Absolutely.
Tell us about this big event you have coming up.
Yes, we have many events. This one coming up April 24th. It is our gala. It's Carousel of Dreams.
And we have a full screen, so we're putting that up on the screen for folks to listen in, but continue talking about it. I just want to reference that.
Yes, it is a gala, as I said. We are actually having a special honoree this year, as we do every year, but Jeff Fox, is our honoree, a special guest, and he's been involved with JDRF for very many years, probably over 15 years, and it is a silent and live auction event. It's a dinner and dancing as well, and it's Lighthouse Point Park, Carousel
and tickets are still available.
Tickets are still available. We welcome everybody to come. You can find out our website and yours as well.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank you so very much.
Oh,
you were fantastic. All right, folks, if you'd like to join in and help them find a cure, if you want to buy your tickets and support this worthy cause, and come out and see our Jeff Fox. All the information, again, folks, is on the screen, or come to our website. We'll provide the link to their website. Michelle Riley.